Hello everyone, good afternoon. Before we are starting our presentation, let me say Panganjali Umat, Om Swastiastu. And we are from TB class, English Education Department, Group 3, and my name is Sumagede Ritmi Putri. My partner is Ibu Singulah Argadi Kantara, and we are bring presentation is about linking verb, passive, and question. And let's start. First is linking verb. The definition of linking verbs. A linking verb is a verb that links or connects that subject of the sentence to information about that subject. Linking verb don't describe action. As the name implies, linking verb is a connecting word. Linking verb have an important role in a clause or sentence, namely as a liaison between the subject and the complement. This complement can be a noun, adverb, and adjective. Because linking verb, also referred as copulous or copular verbs, don't function them in the same way as typical verb in the showing action. Sometimes it can be tricky to recognize them. So you must know to have recognized them by knowing their characteristics. So a relationship between the subject and the sentence complement, the part of the sentence following the verb. Connect or link the subject with the more information, words that further identify or describe the subject. And for the structure of linking verb, is it the subject, linking verb, and information about the subject. The subject is noun, linking verb is verb, information about the subject is adjective, noun, or complement. Anytime you see the word in a sentence, you know they are performing a linking or the connective function in showing a relationship or describing a state. Words that are identified as linking verbs. Some words are absolutely linking verbs. They are considered true. They don't describe the action, but always connect the subject to additional information. The most common true linking verbs are performed of to be, to become, and to seem. And the parts of to be. Is it there's is, being, are being, was being, were, has been, have been, will have been, had been, are being, might have been. And the part of to be, to become, becomes, become, has become, have become, had become, will have become. And the last, the part of to seem. Seem, seeming, seems, had seemed, have seemed, had seemed, will seem. For the example, the ball is red. The ball is red is linking verb that connects the subject, ball, the information about the subject that it is red. And the next example, the children are smart. Are is a linking verb to connect the subject, children, to the information about that subject, that they are smart. And the next example, the child will be tall 5 years from now. Will be is the linking verb connecting child to the fact that he will be tall 5 years from now. And the next example, the cat seems fine. Seem is link the subject, cat, with the information about the cat is that is fine. The dog become then after his surgery. Is it the next example? is it become is linked of the subjects, the dog, without information about him, that he become thick. So the determining other linking verb is it grow, look, prove, remain, smell, sound, taste, turn, stay, get, appear, and feel. So as an additional explanation that there are many verbs that can be used both as linking verbs. Subverbs are also often known as resultive verbs. That is, verbs related to our verb since are often used in this function. So you can look our examples. The first example is John appeared uninjured after the accident. So for this example, you could substitute the word is. For the word appears, and the sentence will still make a sense. Jane is uninjured after the accident. This lets you know the appeared is a linking verb in this sentence. So the next example is the cake smells good. This sentence describes the cake. Smells is a linking verb in the sentence. It connects the subject, cake, with information about the subject, it smells good. So the last example is the woman grows silent. This sentence may seem confusing. Remember that the word grow has more than one meaning. In this sentence, grow means become. The second is passive and active voice. Passive voice is a grammatical construction or specifically a voice, the noun word or phrase that will be the object of the active sentence, appear as the subject of the sentence with the passive voice. In Indonesian, passive sentences are usually followed by a prefix in the form of the or ter. For the example, if the active sentence step on, the passive sentence become hits or cared. When we use the passive voice is used to show interest in the person or object that is being acted on and not the person or object that is doing the action. So, the most important thing or person will be the subject of the sentence. So, the next presentation will be continue with my partner is Arya.
Okay, in this time I will continue presentation and I will start from passive voice formula. Passive voice formula. Subject plus be plus past participle. For example, passive voice appear is it by me. And the next sentence feature. What can be used as passive sentence is verbal sentence or a sentence whose predicate is a verb. Verbal sentence that can be changed to passive voice or passive sentence are sentences that have a several object. O, be plus verb 3 and the word by. This word is not a requirement that must exist in the passive voice. For example, passive, they are met by him every day. This plant is watered by her every day. They were met by him yesterday. The plant was watered by her this morning. What is an active voice? Active voice is a sentence whose subject is doing something or doing a job. In Indonesian, The characteristic of active sentence are that the verb always start with me and some have a prefix "bir". In this active voice, we simply use the basic form of the verb or verbs in the preparation of the sentence. Next, when we use active voice in writing, always consider whether you should use the passive or active voice. It will depend on what you, the writer, want to convey. If you want to draw attention to the door, use the passive voice. If your intent is to put the focus on the action, then you should go for the active voice. Active voice formula: subject plus verb or verb adapted to its tense plus object. For example, active voice, I eat a pear. The next, sentence feature. Active sentence have a SPOK or SPK pattern. The predicate of active sentence always begins with the suffix me or pear. Active sentence require an object after getting the subject predicate plus a complement or description. In the active sentence, the subject performs in action that is directly related to the object. For example, passive, Tony meets them every day. Andin waters this plant every 2 days. He met them yesterday. And the last one, she watered this plant this morning. And the next, we hate question. We hate question is a question to ask for information. The information requested can be in the form of time, place, person, object, reason, or method. Like other form of question, namely yes, no, and tag. We hate question. Also ends by a question mark. And next, question word, what, and function, asking information about something. An example sentence, what is your name? And the next, what, asking for repetition or confirmation. What? I cannot hear you. And you did what? Next, what for? Asking for a reason, asking why. What did you do that for? When? Asking about time. When did he leave? Where? Asking in or at what place or position. Where they live. And which? Asking about choice. Which color do you want? And the next, who. Asking what or which person or people or subject. Example sentence, who opened the door? And next, whom. Asking what or which person or people or object. Example sentence, whom did you see? And next, whose. Asking about ownership. Example sentence, whose are these keys? And whose turn is it? And the next, why. Asking for reason. Asking what for. Example sentence, why do you say that? And the next, why don't. Making a suggestion. Example sentence. Why don't help you? And how? Asking about manner. Example sentence. How does this work? And how? Asking about condition or quality. Example sentence. How was your exam? And the next. How far? Distance. For example sentence. How far is Pattaya from Bangkok? And next. How long? Leg? Or time or space? How long will it take? And how many? Quantity or countable? For example sentence. How many cars are there? And next, how much? Quantity. How much money do you have? And how old? This for 8. And for example sentence, how old are you? And how come? Informal. Asking for reason and asking why. How come I cannot see her? That's all my presentation about linking verb, passive, and question. And I have a mistake, and my friend, we do apologize, and I close this video with Parama Santi. Om Santi 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 Om. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.